Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 26th of 2020, and one of the big things that a lot of fans have been very confused about is, of course, Bob Iger, the previous CEO of Disney that stepped down from Star Wars, Marvel, and everything Disney when it comes to, of course, everything ranging from the movies to the TV shows on Disney Plus and more. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Bob Iger is that we do know that the big step down from him was a big surprise, right? It was very sudden, it was a big surprise, it was out of nowhere, it came out of the blue. A lot of fans were very confused as to why he chose Bob Chapek, out of all people, to take over as the new CEO. Now, a lot of fans have been very confused as to why this decision was made by Bob Iger. You may have heard that there was a possibility that this could have very well had something to do with Bob Iger trying to run for president, but he pretty much brushed that off to the side and laughed about it. That was actually not the case. But the thing about Bob Iger here is that, yes, he is currently no longer the Disney CEO, but he's still connected to Disney, and that there's a large chunk of a reason as to why he stepped down and what it actually has to do with Bob Chapek and his role as the new Disney CEO for Star Wars, Marvel, and everything Disney. Now, with that being said, a lot of fans have been very confused on whether or not Chapek was the right choice by Bob Iger, and let's explain exactly why, in my opinion at least, it really was the ultimate good decision, and also exactly why Bob Iger stepped down. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are moving on to their new Star Wars universe, also known as the new Star Wars Expanded Universe, where it's explained that currently Disney has multiple plans in place in order to reunite the fans around the world to create a better and brighter future for Star Wars in general. Now, it's noted that currently the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, has been making major changes over at Lucasfilm. However, many fans have been very curious as to why the previous CEO, Bob Iger, stepped down over at Disney. Now, it's noted that behind the scenes over at Disney, Bob Iger mainly quit as the CEO of Disney because of the struggles with the Star Wars brand, where it's noted that Iger wanted to step down as CEO also due to giving an extended transitionary period or a role for Bob Chapek as the new CEO to show him the ropes longer through the transitional phase. Iger stepped down for this main reason, to give Chapek more experience as the new Disney CEO during a transitionary period and to accomplish the franchise resets, such as with both Star Wars and Marvel and even future Disney films that will be converted into live-action form. Now, it's noted that Iger was having struggles with handling the Star Wars brand and what the future of Marvel should be. That was one side of it of all. However, Chapek was the main focus, to allow him to have more experience where Chapek won't have full control over at Disney until sometime in late 2021 into early 2022, before Iger is completely out of the picture and is no longer showing him the ropes. This was Iger's key plan, to convert and introduce a very talented CEO over the next few years before Iger truly steps down. So I think that there's one big common misconception about Bob Iger. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but yes, Bob Iger may have stepped down as the Disney CEO, and yes, he no longer is the CEO. That is all Bob Chapek now. But the one thing here is that Iger is actually showing Chapek the ropes. He's showing him exactly what to do in order to really become the new CEO, the perfect CEO to take on Disney in a fresh and new way. So, a large chunk of this not only had to do with the struggles of the Star Wars brand and what the future of Marvel should really be, and Chapek is actually said to have more knowledge about those franchises. But not just that, Iger truly stepped down because of the transitionary phase. He wanted Chapek to have a longer transitionary phase to become the new CEO, allowing him basically to have a longer training session, if you will. Basically, what Iger is doing right now is that he is showing him the path to becoming a true CEO for the next year and a half, give or take. And that really does kind of dive right into when Iger's true contract ends in 2021. So though he is no longer the CEO of Disney, he's still attached to Disney, showing Chapek exactly what to do. Now, keep in mind here that Chapek is still introducing his own ideas of what should be done over at Lucasfilm, but he's also following some of the ideas of what Iger wanted to do with Star Wars, Marvel, and more, and how Disney should be run. So that's exactly why. That was one of the main reasons, is because he wanted a longer transitionary phase. So it wasn't because Iger wanted to become president or, anything related to it in that sense. He kind of laughed about that. It was a very funny piece. But when we think about Bob Iger, like I say, there were times where I really disagreed with Iger, where he blamed the soloist Star Wars story box office failure on a frequency issue because there were too many Star Wars movies. I didn't buy that. I think it all had to do with The Last Jedi backlash, and fans were very fed up with the film. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.